oh, Mr. Oh, I don't know how we got Donald Trump. He duped me at my age of 40.
Yeah, it was frustrating. It was frustrating.
No,
you could have asked him about Epstein right then and there to his face.
Yeah. But having said that, what was I saying?
I want people to see me for like who I was in my worst internet comment.
Yeah.
Or even.
Oh. Gianmarco in the building.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing?
It's finally happening. The long-awaited collab of the century of...
What a week to come to.
I know.
Truly.
Yeah.
I brought some, just in case
Did you make sure that...
there's a Petco quite close, so I just want to make sure.
Don't dox me.
I felt good. Oh, sorry. Did I have something up?
No,
it's nowhere near.
Yeah.
We got some toys.
Yeah, the victim of...
I wrote my number just in case she ever wants to give me a call. You need anything, buddy?
Wait, don't actually show your phone number if you did.
I knew that. I knew how to fake it.
Okay, all right. I'm worried. Some people don't know.
I know I'm new. I'm new to all this. I got a bone.
Wow.
And then some balls. So there we go. I don't know what she can have.
Well, she can't have any of it.
Okay,
and I'm gonna strap the zapping collar on you next.
Sure,
for doing that.
And then for you, I got some black electric tape in case you run out. So,
Thank you. I've run out of it in my
I've seen
in my mass cover up schemes. This is going to make all of the most schizophrenic people insane. By the way, what you just did.
But walking in, listen. I'm obviously a fan, so I'm completely biased. But walking in, you go, oh my god, she's ran up to me. She's adorable. She's huge. I didn't realize the size.
Yeah, she's 120 pounds.
But
you want to see her tricks? You got mad tricks.
I would. I saw the hand.
Oh yeah, shake. Very good.
Come on. What are the tricks?
Well, I mean, it's mostly just like off leash walking.
Sure.
So she's
other hand, yeah.
Yeah, she can do. She has the obviously the famous place command. And when I do that, she goes and lays on the cot. She can lay down. She can roll over. Let's see if I can make her roll over right now. Hold on.
Let's see it.
Let's see. Here. Out of the way. Kaya, come here. Good girl. No. Oh. Kaya, come. Kaya, come here. Good girl. Okay. Kaya, sit. Good girl. Down. Good girl. Roll over.
Whoa.
Roll over. Yeah. Good job. Okay. And then up. Kaya, up. And then we got this is the other one where she jumps up at me, but it's not actually good behavior, but I still can't stop myself from doing it. Kaya, up. Kaya. Oh, she's not doing it. Kaya, up. Kaya. Oh god. Okay, well. Kaya, up. Where are you going? Come here. It's not good. I don't want her to jump on strangers.
How much does she weigh?
110 pounds, give or take.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, we already.
Show me.
Let's see. This is the one that she goes crazy for. Look, see, she loves the pill pockets.
Yeah. What's a pill pocket? For the I see.
When I drug her, this is what I use because I'm abusive to my dog. Hey, up. Hey, up. Oh wait, hold on. Let me try this actually. Okay, stay. Okay. Sit pretty. Sit pretty. That's all we got for now.
Well, good. Well,
she's performance shy.
Yeah, that's fine. Me too.
Yeah.
I get there.
Yeah. But
how you doing?
She got a bunch of different. I'm doing great. I'm having a little bit of a crazy week.
Why? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you manage? How do you in therapy?
No, I'm not.
Come on, go to therapy.
I know everyone always
This
tells
doesn't
me,
count as therapy over here.
No, this is what I do. I use my audience as therapy.
This is, I imagine, when I see these streams on Twitch, it's how I imagine in schizophrenia it works in your brain. Just constant thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've never been to therapy?
No, I've not.
Oh.
I've done I've talked to a psychologist before or a psychiatrist before, but I've never I haven't been consistently going to therapy.
Sure. I think it'd be fair if you did shock therapy. That might ease some stuff up.
That might make me less gay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Listen, well, tell me what works. I mean, conversion therapy is coming back, it seems like.
It is. Well, that's what I was. See, that's the thing. Like Republicans, they were all on board. They're like, I can't believe you're doing shock therapy to your dog.
Yeah.
They want to do it.
We only do it to our gay children.
Or, I mean, I did get a call from the Department of Homeland Security. They were like, we want to bring you in as the deputy director to Kristi Noem. Turns out the qualification was that if you are, even if you're suspected of abusing dogs, they're like, that's good enough for us. That's the most important standard.
Well, I'm sorry you're dealing with it. It's intense. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I think if you invited them all over, truly walking in the door, just seeing Kaya run up, you go like, oh, that's a happy girl.
Yeah, they would love to be
one by one.
over.
Yeah, sure. Have a big party.
Let me
let them get to know you better.
Let me bring all my rabid psychopathic haters. Yeah.
But you holding up okay, or you just frazzled? You sleeping?
No, I'm perfectly fine.
I cannot believe you're not in therapy. You got to go to therapy.
I feel like if I don't know. I feel
there's no good excuse. Tell me why.
The way my brain is busted, the way my brain is really up is like perfect for what I do though. Like what if I lose my energy?
Yeah.
What if I become too normal and then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm like a monkey in a
I've known you
cage
for
every
5
day.
minutes. You're never going to become too normal.
No, I think I could. If the therapy would fix me too good.
No, you want to be able to do this. It's about longevity.
She wants belly rubs, by the way. Just this is what she does.
No, it's about longevity and taking care of yourself. I can't believe I do this with people, but you should try. Give it a try. It doesn't have to be that serious.
Well, it's like, how am I gonna? The other part of this that I always think about is like, how am I going to explain like the issues that I go through to a therapist? Because like, it's almost entirely about like, I'm not anti-therapy. I think it's great for people, and everyone should do it, myself included. And I'm a major hypocrite for
well, you might go to therapy. You might not talk about your immediate problems. You might be like, well, the H3 guy, blah blah blah. But you talk about your childhood.
H3 guy.
But like I'm in a couples counseling with my girlfriend, and sometimes she's my manager, and we're showbiz, and sometimes the manager is like, well, maybe you need to set more like clear hours of work, and we're like, yeah, that's not how it works. And then you move on, and then you talk about something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, I have like a fairly sophisticated cyber stalking operation that combs through with the most cynical perspective over 2,600 hours of footage of me online, and tries to find any moment where I like move my arm and if it lines up. If it lines up with my dog moving behind me, then they create this elaborate narrative that I'm like abusing my dog and like zapping her.
Okay, so if I was a therapist, rather than deal with that, I'd say, and how does that make you feel?
Yeah. Crazy.
Sure. Yeah. And that's what therapy is for.
I think I have a healthy approach to it though, where I'm like, some people are going to some people are destined to hate me. You can't win everybody.
Sure. Yeah, but then I think the problem, don't you feel like when you look at people older, like let's get those older famous people, don't you think they start to develop a life where they go, I have haters and fans? And that's not a healthy dichotomy.
Oh no, but that's just the internet. I think the people in the real world are not like that at all.
I was with my girlfriend once. We were in a fight.
You flex about your girlfriend a lot.
I got to make it clear. I got my own soft
about to
gay
say,
baiting.
I used to be the number one like straight guy who people said was gay baiting or queer baiting or was suspected of being gay. And then when you came on the field, nobody ever does that to me anymore. Because like you make me look like.
But what did you do? You're a masculine guy. I mean, the way that you lift, the way that you like do the squats and stuff.
I think it's in many circumstances. I think it's just like, it's dependent on the audience's reception where I've begun to realize that it's like if they want you to be gay, then you're technically, some people will say you're gay baiting.
Sure. Yeah, but you've worn some outfits. You've worn some outfits.
I've done like drag and stuff like that. I mean, I don't give a shit. I've painted my nails in the past as a performative male.
I think people have to ask themselves whether their definition of what straight is has become too narrow. So like, there's a time men wore wigs and they wore like, kilts. They wear kilts. And so then in like this very straight American man version, suddenly you do drag once, you're gay baiting. Let a guy do drag.
Yeah, Rudolph Giuliani.
Yeah.
He did drag. Drag
Yeah.
used to be like the thing that people's grandparents did, like during World War II when they were bored. You know, bored killing Nazis. They would do drag on the ships and shit.
And so some
now
people,
it's like a clear cut marker of queerness.
well, then there's some people that go like, oh, well, if you're doing that, you're making fun of it. Sometimes football teams will do the thing, the cheerleader swap. And I just go, it's good. If you're a masculine guy, put on a dress every once in a while. You're going to learn some things. You're going to appreciate, walk a mile in someone else's skirt.
Yeah.
And I think you will learn something. I think it is good to do.
Drag?
Yeah, when I was in third grade, I did a play based on a kid's book called Stregonona. And the whole thing is the teacher who taught the special noodles only taught women. So I put on a dress in third grade for the play, and I got a big laugh. And I think that's my origin. Is that gay baiting? Or am I just following the script?
So that's what happened. You got your first laugh and you were like, I gotta do this forever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It felt good.
Well, I just think it's in... I had a gay teacher in fifth grade. And I was like dancing before class one day, and he said to me, Gianmarco, I'm gay, but that's the gayest thing I've ever seen. And that's before I knew all the clout I could get from it. It is innate. There's something feminine by the current definition of it. I think we just need to expand.
Yeah.
What kind of drag are we talking? Were you doing like makeup? Did you shave?
I've never shaved for drag. I've never gone the full way, the full Monty. But
did you tuck?
No, I did not. But I've only done like there's a couple different versions of it, but like I've done like a maid cafe in Japan, which people love. What is this?
I'm going to Japan soon. Oh, that's
that's Auntie Piker.
Yeah, they really want us. They're doing gay fanfic of us.
Oh yeah, that's Auntie Piker. That's just how he is.
Yeah. It's
Wait.
nice.
Show him.
Oh wow.
So that wasn't the full drag though. That was like when I was just like putting it on. Show the completed version.
Yeah, let me see the complete. I mean, that's
there's the this is when we went to Japan.
I can help not gay because it's not even fitted. It's like you should have taken that to a tailor.
That's
a little tight on you.
Do you know how hard it is to find any clothes that fit me, let alone women's maid outfits?
I feel like you could say into the ether, send me a maid outfit the right size, and I will wear it, and you will get 50.
Yeah, well, I was in Japan. It's like
I'm going soon for the first time.
Oh, it's the best.
Oh, I can't wait.
You'll love it. It's awesome.
I was a little manga boy, so I'm so excited.
Oh, really? What'd you read?
I was early on in like America, like Shonen Jump when it was first published. I was walking around being like, there's actually a darker side to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wait, you and I are the same age, I think, right? How old are you?
I'm 37.
Oh, you're a little bit older than me, but I'm 34.
I was so Shonen Jump. That was like it was like One Piece's introduction to America, Naruto, and I really liked Yu-Gi-Oh. And then one of my dad, he saw the cartoon, and what's the one with the blue eyes white dragon? What's his name? Brown.
Blue Eyes White Dragon is Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, but who's the guy? No, the like rich guy who has all the blue
People
eyes.
are saying Kaiba. I don't know. I didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
But all I know is Kaiba took out his deck and he said, "Let's duel." And my dad just started laughing in like a in not like a nice way. He wasn't even trying to be mean. He was just like, "This is embarrassing." I made him see the Cowboy Bebop movie in theaters, and I don't think he ever forgave me for that.
That's the best.
It was so good.
Wait, you did drag as well? No, this is not drag. This is just
just a shirtless. Oh,
you're just
please don't pull up my shirtless picture while I'm sitting next to you.
Come on.
No,
you're
I
shredded.
Did.
You do have gay body for sure.
What does that mean?
It's just like you're gay fit.
I've been to Fire Island. I've seen the standards.
No,
this is like a neutral at a Fire Island pool party.
No.
This is like stand in the back.
You're gay fit, for sure. It's not. It's
not as a kid though. This took a long time. This is a lifelong pursuit.
Yeah.
So I could take this one picture. Were you always athletic? Were you a sports kid?
No, I was a horseback rider.
Oh shit!
I was a professional show jumper.
Oh my god, my dad does horse. You ever fall?
Yes, of course I've fallen. Yes. I've fallen off horses. We all did drag at this camp, and it was not great. I did not look great. I'll admit. we needed to work, but that was that's me.
I think you need to do the next level of like, you hire a professional, full makeup, and you treat it with gravitas.
I think one of the funniest things is like this triggers Republicans more than anything else I do. I've like you can have like America deserved 9/11 moments, shit like that, but nothing pisses off people online like you doing drag. They literally will post the photo of me in the maid outfit nonstop under all of my replies. There's like accounts that are dedicated to just doing that, and I don't understand because it's like, yeah, bro, I put it on. And I literally did it on camera. Like, you think this is a shameful moment for me?
What do you think it is? What do you think it is that triggers people to get so worked up about that? I don't fully get it. I know it's like cliche to be like, oh, well, they want to wear the maid outfit, so they're jealous.
I think it bricks. I've talked about this quite a bit with within the confines of like transphobia, where I had transphobic attitudes, transphobic opinions when I was growing up, and I've thought about this quite a bit, and I think it comes from like most people not having like any cultural signifiers that they can associate with beyond commodities, especially in America, with the exception of gender. Gender has been presented as this like rigid thing, even though it's not.
Yeah, of course.
And therefore, like. A lot of people see it as like a biological construct, which is not. And even the biological aspect of sex is still not the rigid binary that people present it as. Having said that, that is how it's taught to people. And that's something so they so closely associate themselves with, like what it means to be a man or what it means to be a woman, masculinity, femininity, that when a person does this, it just like breaks their consciousness.
Yeah, it's like a threat to the group. I guess I've never had... And I don't mean that in a braggadocious way. I just have always struggled to connect to like groups, whether it be Judaism or whether it be masculinity. And I don't know if it's having divorced parents, like not having a singular unit of a thing. So like, it's hard for me to understand how someone would feel, because I think they see it as a threat to masculinity, their club, their group. And I'm like, that's not our group. I hate most of these.
You're also, I forgot, you're in the presence of a dangerous anti-Semite.
I am.
Number two.
I got my Zoran bag right here.
Number two anti-Semite of last year. Number one was Candace Owens,
who just featured one of my jokes.
Wait, really?
Someone texted me, he said, Candace Jones watched one of your jokes, and I was like, I know exactly which joke it is. It was it's awful to explain. It will be, but it ultimately is a Holocaust joke at the end of the day. And it's a good one I'm proud of. and the worst Holocaust jokes I've ever heard have been from rabbis. In my experience, they got the best ones. But she featured it.
Does it feel weird when you're like, you shouldn't be laughing at this? Maybe you're laughing at this a little too much.
Yeah, but what am I gonna do? I don't think that moved the needle.
I gotta see the chat. Send me the clip, Jamie. My Jamie is my chat.
I'll look up if you look up
Jamie, send me the clip.
My name and Candace Owens. I shared it in some YouTube video.
All right.
But God, she's laughing.
Oh, she laughed extra hard, huh?
Oh, she laughed extra. And it looked like she was like no laughter. No, this one doesn't show the actual one. If you go on YouTube, it's the horizontal one.
This is again not the original one.
Go to that.
This is the Patreon.
Yeah, that's the Patreon of the YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube excerpt, and we play the whole thing in there.
Okay, everyone is sending the same fucking clip now.
It's the horizontal.
My Jamie is so busted. My Jamie is the most busted
What's
Jamie.
the Jamie?
Like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's Jamie.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so go a little forward here.
We didn't record, Russell. Ready? Let's go for it again.
Keep going until we cut to it in full. Here it comes. Keep going.
I was like, that's not Candace Owens.
That's Paige. That's my producer, Paige. Okay, there it is.
Soresi.
I celebrated most of the major Jewish holidays growing up. Passover was my favorite because you get to read it at the table, and then that's the story where the Jews, we were enslaved by the Pharaoh, and then Moses made the plagues happen, and then we escaped, and we crossed the desert for 40 years. I liked it because it made Jews seem cool, but that was also kind of confusing because I was like, okay, how did we go from crossing the desert to now being known as generally frail. And I didn't know. I didn't understand until one day I went on vacation to Miami with my very Jewish girlfriend. And the moment we got to the beach, she was like, it's like a desert out here. And I was like, oh my God. What if Jews have been exaggerating this entire fucking time? We got stuck in traffic on the way there. My girlfriend was like, let my people go. The beach was a little crowded. She said, there's like 6 million people here.
The beauty of comedy.
Beauty of comedy.
Yeah, you got it.
I've given up on the idea that comedy is good or bad.
It
So
just
that I don't
is.
have to take responsibility. Entertainment,
that.
and sometimes entertainment is just to pass the time.
I like that.
And I think if they follow my work, I like to think it's positive overall. That singular joke, yeah. What am I gonna do?
Let's talk about that actually. So one of the things I am a comedy appreciator, comedy enjoyer. I am not that funny myself, or at least I try to be when I'm talking about political matters. But
You're funny on Schultz's podcast.
I can't do. Oh, thank you. That's not that hard. It's Andrew Schultz. It's like it's not that hard to be the funniest guy in that room. Okay. Yeah, I can say that. Fuck you, Andrew. Suck my dick. You were making fun of me saying I'm a dog abuser. Okay.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, and like one of
apparently-
the little like quippy joke
yeah,
things.
Yeah, they were doing
yeah.
it. Oh, Mister. Oh, I don't know how we got Donald Trump.
Yeah,
He duped me at
Sure.
my age of 40.
Yeah, it was frustrating. It was frustrating.
No, it's
you
jokes.
could have asked him about Epstein right then and there to his face.
But having said that, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but I've always been a comedy appreciator, comedy enjoyer. I mean, so much so that I even forced myself back in the day to watch Kill Tony.
Sure.
Yeah, which I think is still to this day, I think is like a phenomenal format, only destroyed by Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like
with the older episodes were I was told they were good. I've been told. I see
Yeah.
clips now and then and I go, oh, that was a funny
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, I mean the format itself is great because you have like actual comedy greats, like having new stand-ups test out like their first 60 seconds that they've ever put together, and it's just like I really like the format itself. But anyway,
And it's a mixed blessing. They have a lot of disabled comics who I don't know other avenues that the world has opened up for them to get public attention, and it is that mixed blessing of a thing. I look at the pros, but I think it's gotten so. I've seen some of those Netflix ones, and it just looks like where they try to get everyone famous all at once.
Yeah.
And it becomes over bloated, and no one's actually being mean anymore. Like I honestly think like Israel stuff like entered the edgelord community, and they didn't really know what to do with it because they love anti-Semitic jokes, but the woke version of them was for Palestine, and so there really was like they don't know how to be offensive around anything that didn't involve saying a word you're not supposed to say.
Yeah, and also like they can't, like it requires them to recognize the humanity of the Palestinian side, and I feel like it's this weird situation where they're like, well, I hate Jews, but I also hate Muslims, and they're also scary. So like, make this work where I can shit on both of the groups that are associated in this conflict. But the reason why I brought all that up, talking about my background, is because like it's one of the things that I try to explain to people all the time is that like with comics, like I think a lot of people don't understand how jokes are structured and how they have to be tested out in front of an audience.
Sure.
And for that reason, a lot of people, especially in the age of like, internet TikTok clips, and even before that, like podcasts and whatnot, I think people decided like if a comedian is testing out a bit and it fails, which is the worst thing that could possibly happen, they take that as a sincerely held belief of the comedian in many instances. Yeah. Whereas like in some circumstances, it's just a person trying to make a joke and failing to do so.
Yeah. The context is tough, but ultimately we put these clips out ourselves sometimes, so it's kind of on us. Yeah. But like when you're in a comedy club space, a lot more feels like, you know how they go like, I was just joking. In the room called the comedy chuckle fuck place, it's like, yeah, that's clear. It's behind you. You had 30 minutes of jokes, and then out of context, it can feel like out of context with Candace Owens, and they're projecting it on, and there's a Nazi rally and everyone's laughing.
Yeah, this is my bid to defend Kramer. He was just attempting.
Yeah.
He's just bombing.
But Chappelle, do you ever see Chappelle's set talking about it? Where he just said he's like watching, and part of him was like, he's just having a bad set.
Yeah.
It's like he's just having a bad set. He thought there was a moment in his coked up brain in that moment that he was like, this is going to crush. This is how I'm going to, and it just like backfired, and some comedians, something backfires, and they doubled out. I don't think, it was not good that he went there. Questionable.
Have you ever seen the Seinfeld apology?
It's the greatest thing ever. It reminds me.
We got to pull this
play
up.
it. It reminds me of the guy who did Candid Camera way back in the day. He was on a plane that got taken. He was on a plane that got hijacked. Everyone on the plane, they saw the host of this prank show, thought it was a prank.
Yeah.
And he said when they landed and the hijackers took them off the plane one by one, they looked at him like, fuck you. They were mad at him.
Yeah.
Even though he was just a passenger. But this is amazing.
This is some of the funniest. This is probably Seinfeld's best material in general.
Yeah, especially in the last last decade or so. Yeah.
This Michael Richards thing. Well, now I don't know him well. I've known him a long time, but I don't know him well. And I can remember years and years ago at the Comedy Store.
And for the Zoomers in the chat, Kramer on Seinfeld, Michael Richards, bombed at the Laugh Factory. And in the process of bombing, he just started screaming the N-word with a hard R.
He said it was specific to like a group that he was accusing of, heckling or talking.
Him, yeah.
And then he just went after that.
He just kept saying.
And then it wasn't just that. I mean, he was pissed off.
No.
He said something about like back in the day you'd be upside down with a fork in your ass. Like it was unhinged.
Yeah.
And it went on for a long long time.
Like nowadays, if you have clips like that, you could probably work for the Defense Department or something. But like
he'd be on
back
Kill
then,
Tony the next day.
Yeah, but back then it was like when woke was still a thing.
This is pre-woke. This was like,
pre-woke, actually,
whoa,
yeah.
you cannot do that.
Yeah, this is like pre-civil rights struggle era.
Yeah.
Attitudes being put on me.
And so it's crazy. Honestly, this was also before things went viral. This was
Yeah.
before people
Yeah.
had Twitch streams to pull from to make 35 videos.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
this, everyone saw this. Your mom saw it. Your grandma saw it somehow because we all love Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And then this was the one shot. This was also a time when he went on the Late Show, it's like, okay, everyone's watching this moment. This is your
Yeah.
moment
Yeah.
to make things okay.
Yeah, JD Vance would have said he's just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
JD Vance would have been like, he's just a 30-year-old baby. He's just a 30-year-old kid. I think we shouldn't do cancel culture on Michael Richards. But
He would have taken a right wing turn at this day and age.
He would get on stage, and he was always a very dynamic performer.
Mm-hmm.
Dynamic to the
one way
point
to put
that
it,
often
dynamic.
audiences were frightened.
He's pushing boundaries.
But still, we all got a kick out of it because it was in good fun, and he was and is a very funny guy. And then we see this thing today where he goes nuts in some kind of club and is screaming at people. Have you talked to him? Do you know anything about this?
I did talk to him. I talked to him today. And, I was extremely upset about it, and he is extremely upset about it. And I asked him if he would
upset 'cause he
come on the
cursed
show
him.
tonight so that he could explain what happened, because it was just one of those awful things.
Right.
And I think he's a little mystified about what happened, but I think most importantly he wanted to...
we have him live via satellite.
yes,
I don't know how many M words he dropped with a hard R, but like it was mystifying to string them along that many times.
Yeah, he was just
Like
losing
Olympic,
it, and a thing of
Olympic
like
level.
He really said that he was like, "Oh, you're offended." He started going. He was like,
Yeah.
"Words, these words. You have to watch these words." And
We
then-
can't. I don't think
of
we can
course
watch
not.
it.
Of course not. But I think the biggest mistake to seek the authentic apology was to pick the worst actor from Seinfeld to come on stage, and then also not be in person was a disastrous mistake.
I think you're wrong. It made for phenomenal
entertainment value.
television. And you shall
Michael
see,
Richards.
Shatters.
Michael, are you
This is
there?
old lore.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Hi, Michael. Welcome to the show.
Hello, hi.
How you doing?
I'm not doing too good.
Yeah. Why don't you explain exactly what happened for the folks who may not know?
I think, is he in the green room?
He could be. Maybe he was
It
in the
looks
green room.
like
Like, I
he's in
can't
the
go
green
out there.
room.
It's all wrong. Letterman's like the wrong format to do it. It's too like kind of sappy. It's oh man. Now just so everyone knows, this was a long time ago. I don't know what he's been doing since, but he's like written a book. I think he's back on a book tour now. And you better not heckle him.
Bro, this moment was so viral. They had a fucking Gallup poll on it, gauging the impact of the Michael Richards incident.
Oh, it's huge. It was a cultural. I reference it on stage, and there's so few things you can reference on stage that everyone knows. Everyone knows this.
It's just like, it's funny because like I don't think the Gen Alpha or Zoomers know this. Like I don't think they know this at all, but maybe.
God.
I lost my temper on stage. I was at a comedy club trying to do my act, and I got heckled, and I took it badly and went into a rage, and
People
Yeah.
said some pretty nasty things to some Afro-Americans.
Brutal. Brutal.
This is Afro-Americans. That's so fucking.
That's how you know he had no black friends to like, hey, can I get some advice about how I craft this apology?
I said some brutal things to some Afro-Americans.
Trash talk, and
Stop laughing. It's not fun.
I mean, truly. I mean, if there's anything that encapsulates like the contradiction of comedy and the trap of the comedian, it's Jerry Seinfeld on a couch saying, "Stop laughing."
Yeah, stop laughing.
And
It's not funny.
What with you were actually being heckled, or were they just talking and disturbing the act?
that was going on too.
Letterman trying to give us some points. Did they deserve it, Kramer?
And did you?
I know. I mean, hearing your audience laugh, you know, and it's. I'm not even sure that this is where I should be.
Yes.
Addressing
the
the situation. I've already heard you make some jokes about it, and that's okay, you know. But I'm really busted up over this, and I'm very, very sorry to those people in the audience. The blacks, the Hispanics, the whites, everyone that was there that took the brunt of that anger and hate and rage and how it came through, and I'm concerned about more hate and more rage and more anger coming through, not just towards me, but towards a black-white conflict. There's a great deal of disturbance in this country and how blacks feel about what happened in Katrina. And you know,
brother,
many of the comics, many performers are in Las Vegas and New Orleans trying to raise money for what happened there. And
God,
for this to happen, for me to be in a comedy club and flip out and say this crap, you know, I'm deeply, deeply sorry. And I'll get to the force field of this hostility. Why it's there, why the rage is in any of us, why the trash takes place, whether or not it's between me and a couple of hecklers in the audience, or between this country and another nation.
But Michael, let me interrupt you for a second and ask.
And what Israel is doing in Palestine is inexcusable.
He's like, we must end American militarism around the globe.
It is so like, if I were to say benefit of the doubt, he was trying to be like offensive and shocking and fucked it up. If we're giving that benefit of the doubt, it's like you go, first of all, you donate a shitload of money. We all know you're rich, so give some money. Always helps grease the wheels. You write something. You don't do this because you don't actually look sad. You look like, and I'm sure he was fucked up over it.
Yeah,
but he's
mad.
pushing. You can see that he's pushing.
Yeah,
he has a temper. He should have said, "I was coked out of my fucking mind. I'm not good at stand up. I'm more of a sketch actor." And people would have been like, yeah, he's just not good at stand-up. It's the worst. It truly is the worst. And this was before all the like classic apologies. This should be studied in like entertainment history class.
Yeah.
Because everything he's doing is wrong. Jerry's wrong. Letterman's wrong. And
the format is completely busted for this because it's like
it's a comedy show.
It's a comedy show.
But this is also, I think this is the thing comedians make the mistake. Like Jerry thought, like people like me. I can bring them into a sincere moment. It's like, no, comedy, sometimes it only has a power to make people laugh. You're like a chess piece. So you can only do that. You can't then make things serious. You don't get to use that credit and have people take you seriously. That's the limitations of your fame, of your talent, and your abilities. That's how I feel with the comedians engaging sometimes with politicians on their podcast, for example. I go, all you can do is make this guy look funny and good. You can't then, after the fact, hurt him.
Yeah, I guess like the George Carlin of it all is like the inverse of that to some degree.
You can use it, but also like he had to gain everyone's goodwill with comedy. And eventually he overspent his hand. If you watch Lake Carlin, he's so fucking mad.
Wait, yeah.
There was one tour he didn't release it because it was like right after 9/11 or before 9/11, but he was just so mad that the audience was like, Jesus Christ, what is this?
I'd rather have that kind of rage than being mad at fucking cancel culture, which I think is which I think has delivered the like a definite era of dead comedy. Like there's this period,
sure, but you deal with it in your own respect.
We're kind of still in it to a certain degree as well, where I think it's just like it's hack material.
Yeah.
And it's like everything becomes that. Everything becomes like, oh, people don't like my jokes. Like, okay, make better jokes then. Even fucking Seinfeld himself at a certain point came to that recognition where he was like, you know what? I want to go back on a thing that I had said previously about cancel culture.
There's some new things I'd like him to go back on. But I think also what happens with the internet, what's so unique is like my fan base is now extremely left-leaning. And the inverse of that is true for these other guys. And there's a way where we are formed by the people laughing at us. And we might have perspective, but it's molded. And gradually you just get more and more extreme. So now our audiences, which are cultivated because of algorithms, are influencing our own output. And that's I think how some people who get like, it's a little edgy and maybe it's funny. And then before they know it, they go into a regular room and suddenly you're Tony Hinchcliffe and you think that Puerto Rico joke is going to like kill.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're confused.
Yeah.
You're shocked. Not only that it's not funny, but that people are like, what the fuck was that? And it's because you didn't perform for regular people in a long time.
But also I think it's a telltale sign that you're not a very good comedian.
Sure.
If you can't make something like that work. Because like an example I use is always like, I guess I call it like the Nick Mullen equation, where if you're going to do an accent of a like historically occupied country's people, it has to be really good. Because if it's really good,
there's like comedy equals tragedy plus time. Also, if you're going to do the accent of historically marginalized people,
I am autistically describing this concept.
It's true.
But like, obviously, this is not like a exact equation. But the way I see it is like, it comes from understanding that culture, understanding like if you're good at the accent, it means like you've obviously been around people who have this accent. And if you do it poorly, then it's racist. If you do it really well,
for sure. But I will only counter with that, like comedy takes in context of the culture you're in. So like, you know, it's let's say you do a really good Chinese accent, but there was a time where it was like every comedian everywhere all the time, that's the joke that they go to. And then it's like you have to look at it and go, oh, is this hack? Because right now everyone's doing it. And I think like that also happens where some comedians go like, why can't I say this? And it's like, well, because you're saying it. Their dad is saying it at home. Their shitty conservative cousin is saying it. And so it's hack because too many people are doing it.
Yeah. The example I used was with Dave Chappelle, who I had great respect for in his in his entire career until like he took this right-wing turn on trans issues. And like I bring up from one of his specials where he talks about beyond pussy, like when talking about like transgender pussy, basically. Beyond meat. And that's funny, but it's sandwiched in between. Like that in and of itself is a funny joke. That's a funny joke about trans people. That doesn't punch down at trans people.
Sure.
But it's sandwiched between him being like, I'm a TERF. And trans women are just men wearing dresses and they're weird and gross. Like that's not a joke. You're just like angry. You're too angry to make a joke.
I also think what happened though with some of those, I mean, we're talking super famous, super rich, is that they are in like very progressive Hollywood circles. And so what is punching up, and I don't think in those terms, but what is like being transgressive in those circles in the greater country is just supporting hatred towards persecuted groups.
Yeah, among Hollywood libs that might come across as like, ooh, transgressive, but like,
so even though they kind of like they resent this community, that's who it is that's informed their view of like what is speaking truth to power. And then their guy becomes fucking president, and I'm like, that's how they wake up and they go, oh shit. I guess it
turns out there's impact to the haha jokes. That's what's so Oh man, I can't stand motherfuckers who are like, I voted for Trump because cancel culture was getting out of hand. I wanted to say the R word, and it's like, bro.
I think that when those guys say those, I want to say R word. I'm like, yeah, that's what the group chat is for.
Yeah,
that's what your friends are for. I think what happened, I think is like COVID, where I think people didn't have friends. They got lonely. We all have friends. We all have group chats where we say fucked up things. If you don't have that group chat, if you are lonely, the internet becomes your group chat. It's like if you're in a house with no bathroom, you're gonna shit at the dinner table. You need like a place to be edgy, to be dark. And when people get lonely, they go, "You don't let me speak. You don't let me speak."
For the young Republicans in New York, it was their Telegram group.
It was. It was. Turns out. And they should have done it outside the political circles. That's their job.
Yeah. Well, that's a mixture of business and pleasure, I feel like.
Yeah. Their business is
for them,
pleasure. Their pleasure is their business.
Yeah, for them, that's like, I thought we could say these things because we're doing those things. The Hitler stuff.
Yeah. You can't, again, if you choose to engage in making powerful decisions, you're going to be more scrutinized with that fucking spot.
With great power comes great responsibility. It's a banger.
True. What are you going to say?
It's a banger. It's the best.
Do not kill thy neighbor. I mean, these all, some of these, they hold up.
By the way, in 6 minutes, we are going to be watching our boy Zoran Kwame Mamdani go on stage.
And we're going to take a shot every time Israel's brought up.
Will die very soon, very quickly. But I do think, I know for a fact almost, that I will be brought up in tonight's debate.
You think so?
As a line of attack. Have you seen the Andrew Cuomo press conference that he did on 9/11?
Oh, yeah. That quote. That's gonna be on your tombstone, brother.
He's going to bring it up, I think, to be like.
You really think so?
Oh, 100%. He's so desperate. He has nothing.
I was hoping after I hosted the rally, they'd replace that with my 6 million people joke.
Yeah, but you're Jewish.
I know. Don't I know it?
So
don't I know it? I got that call. I said, okay,
so
I'll be there.
For that, you get protective cover.
That's true.
A Muslim.
Sure.
Yeah. Like we don't.
And has he responded to that particular?
Someone ambushed him before on like one of those like right wing guys was like, Zoran, why are you associating with famous content creator who said America deserved 9/11?
I think he just needs to flip the script. Be like, I never heard of that. I'm a fan of Hasan's dog abuse. That's what I'm in it for.
Yeah, I learned new things in this last saga. I didn't know that like there was a stereotype about Muslims that like they don't like dogs, like in general.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that like so many people before they were like, of course he's abusing his dog. He's Muslim. This is how Mohammedan are. And I was like, damn, I know like my grandparents don't understand why I sleep in the bed with my dog because they're like, dog is supposed to be, herding the sheep outside, not inside.
Yeah.
You are going to get diseases from your dog by letting your dog lick you in the face. But like,
I imagine they would do that with any group though. I mean, especially any group that's ever been persecuted. I mean, that's why these cops, they got dogs. They got dogs.
I mean, they
imagine
they kill 10,000 a year, by the way, which is crazy.
Yeah. So what would you say if you're Zoran and they bring that up, and you don't want to just throw your friend Hasan under the bus? What's the answer that makes
it's not even like throwing your friend Hasan under the bus. It's more so that like everything that they can say about me to him, they can low key kind of say about him as well. So he's like doubly cooked in that situation because like 34-year-old Muslim socialist, anti-Zionist is like a lot of people that look at a lot of people that want to like criticize Zoran on those virtues can attack me, and then it's almost like attacking him in the same vein. So it's a tricky situation for him to just like cast me aside and be like, I don't know this guy.
Yeah. I think they're going to bring up that Hamas Fox question. That's the thing that I think they're going to lean on the most because that seems to be going viral right now on Twitter.
That's definitely something that they're gonna push as well on him. But I think like the best possible thing to do is what he did in the past, which was when he was asked that question, he was like very cynical that my opposition here is desperately trying to associate like his Muslim opponent with
Yeah,
9/11.
yeah.
Like it's pretty obvious what he's doing here, which is true. Like that's what he's trying to do.
Of course, it's all racist.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really good at navigating those questions.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, in a way that, my God, that video of Gavin Newsom the other day, interesting. That's interesting. You go, you didn't even prepare of how you're going to answer this shit? Just bad politicians.
Yeah, but it's also, he's just so good at just being issue specific and immediately whenever people bring up any sort of like random shit, he's so good at judoing his way out of it.
Yeah.
And then bringing it back to like fast and free buses, rent freeze, like the big five, you know what I mean? Increasing taxes for the super wealthy. Like, and the opposition looks silly and juvenile when you're like, I want fast and free buses for every New Yorker. We can make this happen. And then they're like, but what about trans people? And you're like,
but that's the thing with Israel. It's great. It's in New York is answering all these questions about Israel and Hamas. Honestly, I think one of the reasons I was like, the thing about Zoran that I do think I enjoy is the fact that he can't be president, at least. And I go, okay, good. Then he's never gonna have to decide some of this shit. And the fact that we're asking him about what Hamas should do.
Yeah,
insanity.
I don't think it's necessarily like a bad thing for him to. I mean, obviously, it was good that he took a strong stance, especially in the primaries on this stuff, because like, plus he has like a decade of open anti-Zionist activism.
Of course.
So it's like it's very difficult for him to turn around and be like, actually, now that I got a crumb of clout, I love Israel. Israel's pretty good, actually.
Why don't they ask Cuomo, say like, how long do you think? Cuomo, you've been accused of sexual assault. Do you think Woody Allen should be allowed to make movies anymore? like let's. It's just insane. These things have nothing to do with the matter at hand.
They would obviously never do that anyway. But
I'd love that though.
But yeah,
Cuomo. Here's what do you think of what was that Mario Vitali? What do you think of Mario Vitali? There's another Italian that made some women uncomfortable. What do you think we should do with him?
So this is what I said. An important lesson for Dems from this hostile interview on Fox is that if you focus on affordability and expanding existing government programs like public transit, left populism, your opposition will look unserious when they try to drive the conversation back to culture war narratives. Like, it's not even wrong for him to have a statement on, this link is bricked. It's not working. It's not wrong for him to have a statement on like Israel-Palestine or whatever. It's just that the constant hammering of like, why won't you go to Tel Aviv? Like that literally worked in his favor. That worked in his favor so perfectly because it made people go, why are they fucking asking this dude constantly about Israel? Like he's running for mayor of New York.